it's David and Heesian, and we are at day 7 of the Carnival Celebration, and this is going to be a review of this ship and our thoughts on it. And I'm going to break down some of the topics that I've gotten down, so I don't hopefully miss anything. But if I miss anything, you have any questions about anything I may have missed or have mentioned, please send me a message through YouTube and I will gladly reply. I do have, and I'm proud to say, a 100% response rate. Now, the Celebration was built in its maiden voyage was in 2022. So it's like a year and some change old. Maybe let's just say maybe close to 2 years. Okay, so when I'm looking at this ship, I'm looking at it as like a newer ship. So when I see some of the stuff, it's got me scratching my head. But this list is in no particular order. We were just going around making observations as we were going around the ship. So there's no rhyme or reason to the order. So one doesn't outrank the other, okay? Boarding. As soon as we got to, and to put this in perspective for the boarding process and whatnot, and the dining, we booked this cruise like 5 days before it departed. So there's some stuff that, we were expecting a little bit different, and it worked out better. So when we booked it, we had an arrival time of 1:30. I'm like, man, all the seats are gonna be taken, all this other stuff. We're gonna get there late. And then I'm like, what the hell are we gonna do? Because we have to be out of our hotel at 11 o'clock. So I'm like, we got 2.5 hours to kill. And I was like, well, we got 7 bags. 2 of them are mine. And yeah, look at me like that. Go for it.
Not true.
True. So guys, ladies, too. Anyway, so I'm like, we can't just cruise around with an Airbnb, or not Airbnb, an Uber. Wrong rental place. We can't go around with an Uber with all this luggage. So I was like, well, let's just go to the port, we'll turn it in. Maybe the bags will show up, close to us boarding and getting onto our room. Well, we get there, we drop our bags off, and I go find a place. I'm like, I wonder if we can sneak in. And I look, and where people are going in, there's 2 lines. There's signs right above each line. One says on-time arrivals, and the other one says late and early. And I'm like, they got a line for us. Let's go see where it goes. So we went on in, and sure enough, the 1:30 was just a suggestion.
Yep.
I walked right on in, got right through security. Within about 7 minutes, went from that line onto the ship. So it was a really easy process getting through security. The only hold up, we probably would have been like 4 minutes to get through and on the ship. But this port, they use a dog, and they would put about 20 people in a line, and then they'd you had to wait to the line, and then they had the dog go across the line, and then they'd go, and then you'd fill it up. That was like the biggest choke point, I think, of the boarding process. But it was phenomenal. This is probably the easiest boarding process that we've had. Yeah. So we didn't get. This is the first cruise that we did not get the alcohol package. I didn't get it for the main reason is it's expensive. A little bit is more expensive than other places that we've been, or other lines that we've been on. So I was like, you know what? Let me just see. We'll do a litmus test, and we'll see. Do we really burn that much alcohol that would warrant us buying the alcohol package to break even? Because you need about 5 or 6 drinks to break even, depending on what you're drinking. So, so we got the soda package, and it was okay. None of the soda machines really worked, but their backup was all the specialty restaurants, the pizza place and whatnot. They had canned soda, so you go get the canned soda, and they charge you $3 for it. Then they give you the $3 back. But I bought one when we were in the port, and I didn't know it, but they charge you tax on the $3 that you were charged but refunded. Blows my freaking mind. And then it happened in San Juan as well. And we had been outside of the port for about an hour, but I guess we were close enough. So I had to pay taxes on a free drink that I already paid for. And I wouldn't have had to pay a tax on it if their stupid soda machines would have worked to begin with, because then I would have had my sippy cup with soda in it. So now I mentioned the sippy cup. Here, they don't give you like legit glasses unless you're drinking beer, all right? They give you these little yellow or green sippy cups without the little lid. Like if you put the little lid on the top of it, it's crazy. It's like 3.5, 4 inches tall. You feel like 2 ice cubes in it, and like a little. It's insane. It's like they're rationing the soda, but you don't have to do that because their soda machines didn't work to begin with. But
I'm sorry, I'm resting.
Yeah. The ones that didn't work, they put like little, oh, I'm tired or whatever, I'm resting. The other ones, I don't think they did it because all of them would have had it on there. Out of the 7 days, I got 4 sodas out of the whole all of the vending machines or the little dispensers. You gotta take your little room key and you tap it, right? It's supposed to work just like you're at the store with your credit card. You tap it. It's supposed to work. Didn't work for anybody. What? I'm not an English teacher, so if I speak bad English, my grammar may not be sorry. The Carnival app sucks. It's like the worst ship app that I've ever used. You can't even access it until you're on the ship and the boarding time on the ship has come along. Yeah. So if you want to book anything, you got to do it through the website. You can't go and reserve shows. It's I don't like it. They have something like they're voted like the best cruise app by some company on the app, but I don't know who that company was. It's probably owned by Carnival. Not a very big fan of the Carnival app. Yeah, so sorry, I wrote some stuff down and comparing this ship to Royal. I've got that video out there also. So I'm trying to get through the same line items here. The excursions were pretty good. San Juan, they could probably get a little bit better. They don't even offer a Bacardi tour. We picked, what did we do in San Juan? Oh, we picked the Beach Club because that was like the most interesting looking one. That there's like a tiki boat ride that was kind of like this, but most of the reviews said it was an overcrowded ship and people weren't having fun, so we decided to go to the Beach Club. That was pretty good. In the Dominican Republic, I highly recommend you take the catamaran with snorkeling, lunch and drinks excursion cruise. Super awesome. They were even awesome enough to let me launch my drone from the catamaran to do some aerials while we're out. So that was nice.
The deluxe one. There was 2 different ones. Pick the deluxe.
Yeah. Well, just go freaking on a catamaran with drinks and you're gonna have fun. The water there is phenomenal. And then when we went to St. Thomas, none of the excursions really like stuck out, and a lot of the reviews were kind of mixed. So we ended up going to Megan's Bay. That place was pretty cool.
Yes. Water was beautiful.
Yes. I don't know why Carnival doesn't do an excursion out there where they just drop you off and then bring you back. They would make a lot of money because apparently that's like the best beach on St. Thomas. This ship feels super small. It's got a horrible layout, and the hallways are narrow because they don't know how to work the space on this ship very well. So you always feel like you're on a packed ship. They have a lot of photography places for you to, if you get the photo package, and because they have so many, like the photographers, because the hallways are so narrow because they designed stupid, they're in the middle of the hallway trying to take pictures to get good angles, and so you gotta wait or walk in front of them because there's like the lines like behind them, so there's like nowhere to go. It's stupid. The ceilings are low too. I can touch the ceiling standing up. I can't do that with the Royal. There was a guy that was in front of us one day when we were walking in, and I was making sure because he was like this far from the ceiling. And I was like looking ahead of him because he was on his phone waiting for to make sure he didn't hit like a sprinkler or one of the little sensors or stuff that they have up there, because it's that low. And then they're trying to be techie, right? So you have to slide or wave your hand in front of all the doors to make them open. With these sensors, most of the time they don't even work. I'll be like this. It looks really weird from the other side, I bet. They're tapping them, all kinds of stuff, and it's pain. Too tech savvy on some you can't go techie on a budget. When you come into your room, you have to take your room key out of your lanyard and put it into the room, right? Or you won't have power to your room. The only power you'll have is right at the desk area. All the outlets around the room, the AC, the lights, they all cut off. The lights in the bathroom,
Nothing works
off unless you put your card in there. And if you take your card out, you got enough time to get out before everything gets cut off. So that's another thing that I'm not really feeling on this ship. If you like to decorate your doors, and trust me, this is not all bad. I'm fair. I got good and bad. We're on a streak right now, so we're going to roll with it, right? They put some kind of coating on the door to try and make it look bougie. Well, if you like to decorate your room, bring extra magnets or some tape, because we had like just a little 3x5 pictures or whatever they are, 4x6 or whatever they are, magnets on all four corners, like double-sided magnets, and they were just sliding down the door because it's not magnetic. We got like one of those dry erase boards, the little ones. It wouldn't even hold that. I had to turn it vertical and rest it on top of the place where you tap your room key to get into the room. Yeah. Crazy. They don't have any kind of flow ride or anything like that here, but what they do have, they have a freaking roller coaster. This is the first ship I've been on that had a roller coaster, and of course I had to go on it. It's fun. It was a good experience. I've been on a roller coaster on a ship in the middle of the ocean. Block checked on my bucket list. It's $15 for 2 spins. Lasted a total of about maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Sorry, I know some of y'all are used to that, but it was fun. They have a rope course that was pretty cool to go on to as well. They got some stuff to do. They got golf course. So if you want to do some outdoor stuff, it's cool. The kids section, what I like is it's in the back. So you don't have a bunch of, so we spend a lot of time in the Serenity, but what it does is a lot of cruise lines, it's like tied into on the Lido deck, right? Well, this one's way in the back, so you don't have as many kids floating around the Lido deck and stuff like that. So you can pass through the Lido deck when you're coming from Serenity without dealing with a bunch of curtain climbing ankle biters. Yeah, I said that. I got 2. I got out of the house now, so I can say that because I've had curtain climbing ankle biters. Now I'm becoming a blue-haired window licker. The comedy on this ship is phenomenal. They actually have their own comedy room. It's called the Punchliner Lounge, and it's just geared strictly for a comedy show. It looks like a legit comedy club. Yes. So it's nice. Let's see here. The dining hall, it sucks. The food sucks. The service sucks. If you expect a refill, don't. If you change the order a little bit and you expect it to be done correctly, don't. If you want to go to the buffet and you expect it to change frequently, don't. If you expect the food in the buffet to be warm or hot, don't. If you like breakfast but you want a variety of things for breakfast, don't. Yeah, so nothing.
They had frog leg as an appetizer today.
Yeah,
frog leg.
Yeah, but that was at the main dining hall. Keep up. We're already on the buffet. Specialty dining.
Too fast.
The keep up. We did the teppanyaki. It was really good. Big's chicken is really good. Guy's burger joint, we went there. She didn't like her burger. They put too much sauce on there. I'm a boring guy. I got no sauce, and mine was perfectly fine. The fries was good. She went to Sweet Dreams, or what is that place called? There's something Dreams. Anyways, right next to the fry place, she got like a pork, what do you call it? Dumpling. And it didn't taste good.
It was cold. They put, I guess, soy sauce or something. It just wasn't great.
Yeah.
It was awful, actually.
And the staff. Let's go back to the dining hall real quick, because that's the next line. The staff wasn't very friendly. Like, they were very matter of fact. What do you want? Here it is. I never had a refill. I don't even know their names. which is unusual because usually on every other cruise line we end up like leaving Facebook friends and stuff like that. Like I've not got any Facebook friends on this cruise. Not that I come looking for Facebook friends with the crew, but every other cruise I've been on, I've pretty much been like, hey, let's friend each other on Facebook and keep in touch, and we've done that with people.
Or actually get to know them a little bit.
Yeah, their history, our history.
No idea where they're from.
Yeah, because they're in and out so fast you can't even read their name and their name tag. I mean, see where they're from. So they have a cafe, and if the line gets more than about 8 people, it's tying up the hallway. It starts going into the hallway because again the design sucks, and they have these little pastries and desserts and stuff next to it that on a lot of cruise lines are free. These aren't. You gotta pay for them. There's a bunch of nickel and diming on this ship for sure.
I noticed everything. If you want, you gotta pay.
Yeah. Like if you don't like to smoke, this ship is like the best because on deck 8 they have a glassed out area that's all open on the outside, but it's glassed off on the inside for all the smokers to go outside and smoke. So they're not sharing the Lido deck in the little corner or whatever, and you're still smelling that stuff. So if you are a smoker, you have your own private area. It's pretty. You have your own bar out there too. It's pretty cool. It's like a nice little setup. They got tables and chairs and all kinds of stuff out there for you to be able to smoke on your own whenever you want to. So that was pretty cool. Their guest services, it's on deck 8 aft. Like it's like in between aft and midship. So you have to go, like if you're on the front of the ship, you got to pretty much go almost to the back of the ship. So you're walking about 1,000 feet, which maybe you get your steps in to go there. And then it's because it's horrible setup. It's like what, maybe 20-foot space, and so the line's always coming around, and it's where all the shops or the restaurants and stuff like that's at, and bars. So and where the pizza's at and the deli, it always ties up, and you're always like walking through people as they're coming this way from the line that's against the wall. They're always cutting you off this way to go talk to them. It's just a horrible setup, in my opinion. Right? This is my show, so I can have my opinion, but it's all fact. Like, I mean, it is and it isn't, right? So whoever thought about the bathrooms did a horrible job, okay? So you go on deck 18, you have to wave your hands to open up a sliding door. When that sliding door opens up, if the men's room door's open, you're looking at 2 guys taking a piss. Yep. So, and if you're walking through to go to the men's room and the ladies' room happens to open up, guess what? You're looking at the ladies. Like I walked in to go to the bathroom and I happen to look and there's Heesians in there looking at doing this shit with her. Oh, sorry, doing this stuff with. Now I gotta mark this PG with her hair, and I was just like, this is not very private at all. And then on deck 6, I was going to the bathroom after the main dining hall, and I opened up the door. Well, I was going to open up the door, but it had opened up because somebody was coming out, and somebody's turning around from the urinal, and little Willie's hanging out. And I'm like, bro, like if I was not there, you would have been able to see that if you were walking by the hallway. So if you're going to go use any of the bathrooms, pay attention to where you're at compared to the door, because they may get some extra entertainment from you. So speaking about doors, they want to be techie. Instead of putting a little sensor up here like every store, and you walk through and the door magically opens, you put these little stupid sensors on the doors and you gotta go like this. Well, a lot of them don't work. So you're going like this, right? Trying to get it done, kind of do open up, open up, open up, right? I'm sure from the other side it looks really freaky, right? I mean, I've tapped them, all kinds of stuff. It's just horrible. You're just like this the whole time, trying to, come on, baby, come on, come on, come on, open up for daddy, right? And it's crazy. When you want to get into your room, hey, I told you it's a comedy show. When you open up your door to your room, you have to take your key and you have to put it into there's like little things, just like some of these hotels, to power up your room. Okay, so if you have a medical device like a fridge or something, make sure you keep it on the desk, because the outlets on the desk stay powered on all the time. But if you're putting something over here that's a medical device near the bed, those will turn off, as well as the AC and all the lights when you pull that card out. So if you have a medical issue and you need to have something over here at night, like a CPAP, you need to make sure that somebody's leaving their card into that thing, or the power is going to come off, right? Because if you're like, oh, I don't need the AC because it's cold outside and I'm going to be warm under the covers, just know that that power is going to stop within a couple minutes of that card being pulled out. Okay. Soda machines, they don't even work. Out of this whole trip, I got 4 sodas out of the machine. Take your C-Pass and you're supposed to tap it like your credit card at the stores. They don't work. Don't work at all. And then they give you a sippy cup to drink from. So your waters, your juices, all that other stuff, it comes out from a sippy cup. Like little green or yellow sippy cup. They don't even give you adult. So if you want a real glass, like an adult glass, go find one of the beer stations that are self-serve, because they have like the tall glasses there. So I caught on pretty quick. So when I went to go get my juices, because the soda machine wouldn't work, I'd go to the beer station first and grab a glass. Shower door, the bathrooms here, they're pretty standard, but this shower, the door opens up because like it's against the wall versus stuck in a corner like some ships. So I like that. That was pretty cool. The gangway, not impressive at all, because when you come in, you're looking at like an old car, but like you're walking right into it almost. And then off onto the right, they built an extra theater that it takes up half the deck 6, 7, and 8, because it's all open up that way. So it really shrinks the space. So it's not done very well. It's a nice little theater. It's really cool. Very tech savvy. They do all kinds of different shows there with different backgrounds and stuff like that. It's nice. It's just in a bad place, in my opinion. There's a few shops on here. I've been on a lot of ships that there's been more shops, but there's not very many shops here.
No.
And the shops that they do have, when you look at the quantity, look at the size. They're very small. They're very small. They got about 6 shops, 7 shops.
Not
and
shopping for
they're
me
small.
at all.
You know it's bad when she only walks away buying some earrings. They have what's called the Havana class. It's right below us, and it's really nice. They have it's the same room, and you go out and they have like a little pergola, and then they have like another deck area in front of it where they can lay out, and they don't have to deal with the commoners. But it's really nice. Like I look down upon them. Like it's pretty cool. I don't get to look down upon many people, but I get to look down upon them. So just know if you're in the Havana class, people are looking down upon you. So be careful how you tan and what you wear. So depending on what room you have, they have a deck 19 above the Serenity area. That's pretty cool. It's got some, tables and chairs and lounges and stuff up there. It's got 2 hot tubs. The end of them that's facing the forward part of the ship is glass. So it's cool. You can look down to 18 to the pool in the Serenity area. So they can look down upon you, but just know they can look up too. So be careful what you're wearing and be careful what you're doing in there, because people are going to look up. Trust me, I know. I tried to gouge out my eyes this morning when I was down in the pool and I happened to look up. So this ship has an extra pool in the back, which is really cool. So if you are disabled and you need help getting into the pool, you want to go deck 8 all the way aft. They actually have one of those mechanical devices that will help you get into and out of the water. And then it's actually a infinity type pool. It's pretty cool. And then you go around the back, and there's a couple hot tubs over there on the side that not too many people know about. And the Serenity area is really cool. There's a lot of chairs all over the place. You go over there at any given time, and you're going to find a place to sit. It's not like other cruises I've been on where these old people get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and go put their towels and their little cool fluorescent bright colored clips out there and try to mark their territory. And it's not just like the little loungers. They're loungers with cushions. They have single and they have double, and they have these little round loungers as well. I mean, it's like stuff that you would normally have to pay for on some ships. You can get it for free.
Yeah.
So really cool. That's one of the cool things about this ship is there's plenty of places for you on the day out. I think that's probably pretty much it.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything? Anything you want to add?
Oh, the ice cream machine sucks.
Oh, well, that's pretty
Most
much
of
everyone.
it's broken.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want ice cream, let me tell you a little story. Hey, if you go over to deck 8 aft, okay, they've got Guy's Smokehouse on the right, on the port side, so I guess left, which is pretty cool. They have their own brewery, microbrewery in there. They make like 5 or 6 craft beers here on the ship. It's pretty cool. And then on the starboard side, they have the veterans table area, and there's a bus-looking thing that's got the ice cream machines in it. Well, I went to go get ice cream. I just get my ice cream, and I put the handle up. Well, it didn't go all the way up because the tension was all messed up on it. I thought I put it, they closed it, and I go to grab my cone, and it's still coming out. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I realized, because in my head, I'm like, I turned this thing off. And then I hit it again, and it moved up about half an inch, and it shut off. But it was doing that to everybody. Like I started getting to the point where, hey, watch out, watch out, watch out. But it was just crazy. And you can tell people weren't paying attention because they have these little pans underneath of it, and they're all like full of ice cream. I should have caught on, but I'm on vacation, so my brain's on vacation mode. Trying to think if there's anything else. The Serenity deck's on deck 18. Really cool. If you have a bartender, his name is Bite. It's spelled Bait, B-A-I-T, but it's pronounced Bite. He's great, phenomenal. So make friends with him quickly. Deck 17's got like a little area, and this is all forward. Deck 17's got like a little seating area that overlooks the Lido deck and the TV, so it's great to watch the movies from at night. Deck 16's the Lido deck, and it's so you got the ship's kind of like a U, right, or V or whatever. So you got decks 18, 19, 18, 17 over here, and then you got 19, 18, and 17 over here, but it's all open from 16 up in the Lido deck area. And then they got the red frog bars on 16 and 17. You get your towels right to the left of on the starboard side of the red frog. They're open till midnight. So if you're going up to the Serenity area after like 6 or 7, they're not gonna have a towel person there, so you're gonna have to go all the way to the Lido deck to get your towel, then go all the way back to the Serenity area, and that closes down at 9. The two hot tubs in the pool close down at 9 over there. But if you're looking to get into a pool or a hot tub, but you don't want to be in the Lido deck because they're watching movies you don't want to watch because it's the same one that you've already seen, go all the way aft deck 8. They got the infinity pool there, and then 2 hot tubs. So there's plenty of places to get around and whatnot. The walking trail is on 18 aft, right around the golf course. The kids area is back there as well, so that's nice. That's on 17. They got the roller coaster, and the ropes course is on the deck 19 in the back. That's pretty much about it. Guys is on deck 17, right behind the Red Frog bar. Then you'll see all the other specialty shops as you go around. But overall, it's a decent ship, but it's not one I'm like can't wait to get on again. So, but hopefully you found this information useful. I try to keep my opinions down some. It's kind of hard for me, but a lot of it's fact. Like, this is what it is. This is what it ain't. And I know you can't say ain't because your mom will faint and your father fall in a bucket of paint. But again, I'm not an English teacher, so there ain't nothing else going on about that. Anything else you want to add?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So the destinations were phenomenal. Ship's okay. Food sucked. Drink sucked. But everything else was pretty good. Our cabin attendant was phenomenal, Ning. So if you take the celebration after this video, hope that you get Ning because she was phenomenal. Ning and Bite were like the best. Now I'm gonna do something here real quick. I'm gonna talk about it real quick, and it's not about me. I just happen to be involved in this situation. This is a shout out to the crew that works the rope course. Keys and I were playing cornhole, and there's a couple that were playing ping pong next to us, and I'm assuming she's the wife. She points up, and I look up, and there's a gentleman that had a medical emergency. He was unconscious and kind of dangling up there. So by the time I looked up, they had already had crew members getting to him. They had two up top. One guy came around the bottom with the rope bag, and they were throwing the ropes up and getting everything done. So I helped one of the guys on the ground with the belay, and while we brought him down safely. So I say about 5 minutes from the time it happened to the time he got on the ground. By the time he got close to the ground, there was already about 8 or 10 other passengers that were helping bring him down to the ground comfortably and safely. But I've done rappelling from helicopters in the Army. I've done rope work as being a firefighter, and I gotta say, these guys did a phenomenal job. So if you're on that rope course, just know you got some great people up there. I went by later this evening to ask them, how often they train, because you can tell they were trained, and they're required to train once a month. But these 3 guys, on their own, they told me, we train on our own together just to make sure that we stay proficient. And so they do it frequently. Like when they have downtime, they're always practicing the rope work and stuff like that, which they're going above and beyond. So definitely, like, they did a phenomenal job. So just know, I would hope that everybody else maybe is doing that too, because you never see that stuff, right? They always come off of, they disembark, and then you're on, right? There's like no down days that you see. So shout out to the rope team there. So they did a really good job. But well, if you come on the celebrity celebration, it's been a long trip. I haven't had enough alcohol. But if you come on a celebration, I hope you enjoy yourself. If you have any questions about the ship or about our time here, if you want a recommendation or something, feel free to send me a message through the YouTube channel. I'm proud to say that I have a 100% response rate. It may take a couple days for me to get to you, but I guarantee that I will respond to your message.